Hey guys, so this is the live video review for my 12-week own transformation. As you can see, I'll run through like I have done for the previous weeks, what I got for the past week. So remember 2 weeks ago I dropped my calories by 250 again because I thought I was plateauing. I lost quite a lot of muscle last week. So I was a bit dubious whether to keep it the same or go up. Anyway, so the past week I lost 0.5 pounds in body weight. I'd lost 0.9% body fat. Lost 1.3 pounds of fat, which was great, and lost 0.8 pounds of muscle. So overall, it was a good week last week. And as you can see from my post that I did yesterday, I compared the two pictures from week 1 to week 13, which is technically week 0 to week 12. And the overall things that I lost was I started at a body weight of 159 pounds, and I'm now down currently at 144.5 pounds. So I've lost 14.5 pounds. So that's just over a stone in 90 days, 12 weeks. My body fat has dropped, or was at, sorry, 17.7%. I'm currently down at 8.6%, so I've lost 9.1% over the 90 days. Fat mass, at the start I was at 28.1 pounds of fat, and I'm currently down at 12.5 pounds, so I've lost even more than my body weight at 15.6 pounds in fat. And in my muscle mass, or lean muscle, I started out at 130.9 pounds and I gained 1.1 pounds. So I'm actually at 132, which is fantastic. So obviously, when you try and do these sort of things, there's lots of hypes out there about what you should and shouldn't do. And I'll just tell you what my story is and how I've got there. So I started off in a calorie deficit. At 2,250 calories, and that's predetermined for me. If you're a female, you want slightly lower, and it's also dependent on your activity level. And I was training 3 days a week, weight training, high weight, low reps. Okay, this low weight, high reps for toning up for women, it does not exist. As you can see in my pictures, I look quite toned. I've not done once low weight, high reps. Okay, you need to build muscle. Build muscle will give you the so after a couple of weeks, I'd plateaued. There's a couple of options that you can do. You can either increase your exercise. As I said, I was on 3 days a week. Sessions are lasting 40, 45 minutes. Sometimes I do a little bit of HIIT training or interval training at the very end, but it's 5-10 minutes, nothing more. Okay. After that, I decided to lower my calories again to 2,000. No, I'll tell a lie. I increased my exercise to 6 days. Okay. So I've gone from 45 minute workouts to 6. I'm a bit hesitant in going 6 days a week. I've done it in previous years and my joints just don't like it, but I seem to be okay this time around. So I carried on going, eventually hit a plateau again. The other option is, again, drop your calories or increase your exercise. I felt I couldn't increase my exercise anymore, so I dropped my calories again by 250 to 2,000, which is what I last dropped it at. You don't want to be dropping exercise and nutrition at the same time. It's one or the other, okay? As you can see, the previous week, it worked out okay this week. Nutrition-wise, I've been eating. You need to eat protein, and you can get protein from meats and dairies, but then also don't forget about nuts, seeds, fish, avocado. There's 3 kinds of fats. Saturated, which you get from meat and dairy, which is great. It's bad rep in the news, but it's not okay. It's just the amount that we consume is bad for us. There's monounsaturated and polyunsaturated, and you get them from different types of nuts and seeds, olives and olive oils and avocado. I've talked about it before in my online nutrition seminar. I've also eaten fats, healthy fats. Sorry, I got that confused. That was healthy fats. Protein, you get your protein sources. So protein sources from meats, fish, dairy, beans. You need to be eating enough so your body's not using the exercise and breaking down your muscle. Okay. Finally, this big one has a massive rep is carbohydrates. You know what? Carbohydrates does not need to have a massive X put against it. It's not bad. Different types of carbohydrates, these refined, which you get from white bread, white pasta, white rice, which has a bad rep, which is fine. You get your sugary drinks, sports drinks. You want simple carbs from fruit and veg. You can eat all sorts, berries, bananas, apples. You can also have your more complex carbs. You can have pasta, you can have rice, but you need to be wholemeal or basmati rice or pilau rice. I also been eating quinoa, or spelled quinoa in the shop. Great carbohydrate, full of protein, to give you energy. So if I've been loading my exercise throughout, and I always try and beat the previous week, and throughout I had an 8-week cycle and 8-week cycle and a 6-week cycle, or seven. I had a 7 and a 5-week. It makes 12. Throughout the whole workout, my strength has been going up and up and up, and that's from the carbohydrates. When you take out your carbs or have it low, your workouts are going to suffer. As you can see, I've even gone to single digits by eating carbohydrates. So please do not say carbohydrates have a bad rep, because they don't. You can get to your fitness goal by eating carbs. Depending on the body type you are, once again, I've talked about it in the online nutrition seminar. There's an endomorph, ectomorph, and a mesomorph. There's a thing on my blog about what body type are you, but it does state what percentage of your carbs should be. So on there, your protein level is always the same, so it should be around 30%, and then you basically tinker around with your carbohydrates and fat depending on your body type. So I was one in the middle, so it's 40% carbs, 30% protein, 30% fat, and I use a tracking agent called MyFitnessPal. You may have seen it. It's dead easy. You can scan the barcode and it'll put it in there for you. If you're ectomorph, I've got this right, which is a skinny lean, you should be 50% carbs. Don't hold me on this. Protein stays the same at 30, and 20% fat. And if you're at the other end of the scale, endomorph, if I got that correct, do apologise if I haven't. Your protein stays the same, and you switch around the carbs and the fat. So you're looking at around 20-25% carbs, 45 to 50% fats. Okay. So yeah, don't be scared of lifting heavy weights, especially females. You will not get big and bulky like men. You're missing a big key component for building muscle, and that is testosterone. Women do not hold enough testosterone. So yeah, if you've got any questions about what I'm doing, this is obviously going to be recorded and you can watch it back later. just post them in the comment box, and I'll try and post it again, post the answers to later on. But once again, thanks for taking the time to look through my 12-week transformation. I hope it's helped you. If you've got any questions whatsoever, just hit me a message on the send message button. And got a few people joining now. Lisa's just joined. Hey, Lisa. Fortunately, I'm logging out now. Lisa, if you got any questions about what I'm doing, thanks for the thumbs up. No. So Lisa, my cousin. Hey, Lisa. No thumbs up. So, yeah, thanks for taking the time and joining me through my 12-week transformation. One of the other reasons, Nicholas, give me a thumbs up. Hi, Nicola. One of the key reasons I actually posted this on Facebook in the first place was I'm quite happy to do it behind closed doors, but I want to give people an insight of how it's done. And it's also, if you have a goal or fitness goal or nutrition goal or weight loss goal, you need to make yourself accountable. So one of the reasons I posted this on Facebook was to make myself accountable for my actions. If you don't make yourself accountable, you will never reach your goal. And I constantly try and tell people you need to make yourself accountable for your actions. Otherwise, you'll start, and you'll just never get to where you want to. The biggest problem now that I have, or anyone that does achieve a goal, is they do not set another goal. So 12 weeks is up for me. I do have something in the pipe work that I shall be doing for the next week. Actually, I've already started, so please keep an eye out for that. I'll be posting towards the end of the week, if not start of next week. If you, as I said, if you do not have another goal, you will literally go back to your old ways and put all the weight back on, and if not, even more. So don't forget, healthy eating and exercise, motion for mental health as well. Helps with depression and anxiety. And I'm a believer of that. Okay, it's one of the world's most underutilized drugs, exercise. Anyway, I won't harp on about that. But if anyone's got any questions while you're on there, just leave them. Nicola, give me a question. If not, I thank you once again for joining me, and I will catch you thing. Is weight always the goal? By Nicola. As from a client perspective, no. My goal was basically just to see how far I could take myself throughout the period. So when you do set your goal, you need to be specific, or use the analog SMART. So your goal has to be specific, measurable, attainable, reachable, and on a time scale. So I see lots of people that go, I want to lose weight. Great, fantastic. But it's not really specific. So I try and hone down, okay, I want to lose half a pound. Fantastic. Okay, do you have a time frame on that? Well, I want to look good for my friend's wedding. Great, when's that? In 6 weeks. Okay, fantastic. So you try and then think of the end goal. So 6 weeks is 7 pounds. You try and break it down into smaller, manageable steps, and think how much weight could you lose per week. Okay. So to get to your target, you're looking at about 1.5 pounds per week to get you there, which is great and easy. Hey Amy, how you doing? So great question, Nicola. Thanks for that. Amy, you got a question at all, or Lise? I'm coming to the end of this now, but if you want to watch it back, as I keep harping on about, it is recorded. It is going to get uploaded onto my YouTube channel, DDC Personal Training. It will also be uploaded onto my website, www.ddcpersonaltraining.co.uk. Forgot the website then. if you want to just ping me a message on the Facebook, you can do. And or you can get my email, which is my whole name, david.chopper@yahoo.co.uk, and I'm more than happy to try and help you out on your own journey. Once again, thank you very much, and speak to you soon.